I see I have a few new friends here, so I wanted to take this opportunity to reintroduce myself. My name is Jasmine, hence the handle Jasmine Figures It Out. I originally started my social channels to follow me on my journey of repairing my credit and purchasing my house. And I did those things, and I like to give tips to people along the way. I was trying to figure out how to decorate my house, how to be a homeowner, all these things that I'm just doing everything from scratch. Like I'm literally learning how to be a person all over again. Because part of my story is I am an alcoholic and I got sober almost 3 years ago. So on January 1st, will be 3 years that I've been sober. So I'll still be posting things like that. I'm learning how to cook. My neighbor is teaching me how to cook. So I tend to still just post things that I am figuring out. You may have noticed that I've shifted my focus a little bit to content about relational intelligence, specifically in friendships. More specifically, if you've experienced any type of hurt or trauma in a friendship, traumatic friendship breakup, or you've had difficulty in forming healthy friendships and you want to start having some healthier friendships in your life. And the reason why is because this is literally my story and this is something that I've been working on and I'm really focusing on working on right now. Just a little background about that. I grew up in a home where there were a lot of unhealthy dynamics. So I never really learned how to communicate with people and relate to people in a healthy way. I never really observed my parents having healthy friendships. My theory is that people who have experienced some type of childhood trauma are sort of set up for experiencing relational trauma in their adulthood because they may have unhealthy coping mechanisms, don't know how to set boundaries, communicate boundaries, and etc. However, I don't have like any research on that yet. And I haven't really looked into it too much. So, but that's just my opinion theory. Moves me into the next aspect of my shift in content. So right now, I'm actually working on my master's degree in social work. My intention is to get licensed and then start practicing therapy. So hopefully one day I will be qualified to help people walk through these type of issues therapeutically. And while I'm in school, learning the psychological and the therapeutic aspect of some of these things that I'm experiencing in real life, I figured why not develop content around how I'm figuring out my relational intelligence. So I do plan to integrate things that I'm learning in school as I'm sharing with you guys on my page. But for now, I'm just showing up as a real person who has been struggling with these issues for a long time myself and is working on getting better. So as I mess up, as I learn, as I grow, all of the things, I'll be sharing those things with you as we go along. Right now, I have maybe 2 or 3 people I consider friends. Those people are either what I would evaluate as more advanced as far as like emotional, relational intelligence than I am, more mature in that area, or they just haven't experienced the trauma that I've experienced in my life. Some of the roads that I've had to walk down and some of the things that I've had to overcome, they haven't had that kind of challenge in their life to deal with. So they just kind of show up more healthy. I have tried to develop friendships with people who have similar background as I do, as far as childhood trauma, friendship trauma, addiction, things like that. And what I have found is those relationships have not worked out for me because we just pretty much trigger each other. There's not enough health right now in those friendships to sustain. Now I'm focusing on developing relationships with people who are healthy because I can learn from their ways of communicating and their ways of conflict management. But yeah, that's just where I'm at today. It could change tomorrow. You never know. It's a journey. We're all growing here. And sometimes you just think that because you can relate to someone, that means they're supposed to be your friend. But I'm learning that relating to someone alone is not enough for friendship. I'm not saying that I don't think I could be friends with someone who has experienced similar things as I have, like the type of trauma I've experienced. Like, I've experienced trauma in my childhood, in my intimate partner relationships, and in my friendships. So I'm not saying that it's not possible for me to be friends with someone who's experienced that type of trauma, but that person would have to have done a lot of the work that I'm doing or is currently doing the work so that we're healthy in the friendship. Because I'm learning that when you have some of these things that you've had to walk through and overcome, you pick up behaviors that are not healthy when you're bringing it into relationships with other people, because you're trying to protect yourself. It's coming from a good place, but there's ways that we have to learn how to relate to others because of what we've gone through. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm sharing about. And I hope you guys follow me along this journey and you learn something too, and it helps you as well. And that's it. Bye.